static battle here as both Reinhardts try and keep their shields up for as long as possible.
Yeah, so we see most teams push a payload right there, then loop around to the side. This is a little bit better engage angle. Oh, but Unfixed hit with the sleep dart. Dangerous moment there, but he is woken back up again pretty quickly. Reinhardt goes in. Miro kind of on his own. Nice wall from Unfixed to try to trap him, but they don't quite get the kill yet. Ooh, that was a big fire strike to the middle of Russia. They're going to have to back away and heal up a little bit. So South Korea, no kills even in that fight, but enough of a positional advantage to push Russia back for the moment.
Yeah, they move over, try and eliminate that flank play. You can also see Jaehong and Eska and Armand sort of floating between the archway and that flanking position on their right side.
Oh, here comes Shadowbird. He's got the nano boost as well, but they drop this out there just in time. There's a sleep dart. Shadowbird in trouble now. Jaehong takes him down. Arhan, meanwhile, getting some time. Oh, he's frozen up by the blizzard. Kills coming from South Korea, but that was a big earth shatter coming in from Reds, and it looks like Russia is going to be able to push the payload a little bit. Wow, it backed up really far, but now they've got some time finally to move it. And yeah, throwing down that wall just to stay safe. Jaehong handling Shadowbird, but overall, Russia doing a good job in that fight.
Reflected the flashback right there. Bit dicey for a second, but not going to get punished too hard as Eska. He's going to take out Shadowbird, knowing that there is no reflect left.
And Eska is a bit of danger of degree. Uh-oh. Rubicon getting very, very low. Eska needs to be careful too, though. Miro just comes in.
Hit one with a fire strike and takes out the other with his hammer, and now they're going to back off once again. And the difference between Russia's play, between the semifinal and now, is that Russia now has to commit to both using the Blizzard and the Dragon Blade at the same time. Between the semi new because
and it's another full hold in favor of South Korea.
That's right. Russia can't get to that first point. The defense is too strong from South Korea. And I think the most critical thing that Korea did in this match was start to play that Mei on Anubis, having the answer to unfixed Blizzards, which really propelled them through the playoffs so far. Just being able to trade means that every time South Korea has an opportunity to Blizzard for Blizzard, and then the rest of their ult economy has just been better managed. They're getting the crucial pickoff. They know which targets to select in order to minimize the ult usage from Russia.
Yeah, I mean, like 20 to 5 kills overall there in the head-to-head stats at the end of that match. It just doesn't get much more one-sided than a round like that. And now South Korea, they only have to push the payload that far to win on Dorado and take a 3-0 lead, put themselves one game away from winning the Overwatch World Cup.
Yeah. Just a little bit into the market there past the archway. Russia going to go with Unfix on the Tracer now.
Man, I gotta say, our observing has been great this.
Well, we'll see. Has been nano boosted, the Lucio nano boost. They skating through, styling it right there, and then taking a seat next to the fountain. Didn't matter. Korea managing to zone them out, get the initial kills, and zone them out for the rest of the time with the Demon.
Yes, they have.
Let's see here on the defense.
Right. Golden Boy, you're just joining us on the desk here. Tell me what you think.
That's right. Well, for one, I just wanted to say, of course, it's about time. Okay, I mean, let me look at his face. You want to put this face on camera as much as possible. I'm kidding. Everyone on the internet hates me and in this room. But I do want to, it's a face for radio. That's a good hint.
Good at what he does. He really controls Shadowburn to an extent to not let him close gaps, and that's what we talked about with Tivit. Actually, when we were over at the Overwatch Impact premiere, we asked him, like, how do you deal with Jaehong? And he says, you don't. You actually ignore him for the most part. You don't try to engage against him, and we're going to see why as we're going to pull the clip on King.
For one, I just wanted to say, of course, it's about time. Okay, I mean, let me look at his face. You want to put this face on camera? It's a face for radio. I'm kidding. Everyone on the internet hates me and in this room. But I do want to, it's a face for radio. That's a good hint.
Good at what he does. He really controls Shadowburn to an extent to not let him close gaps, and that's what we talked about with Tivit. Actually, when we were over at the Overwatch Impact premiere, we asked him, like, how do you deal with Jaehong? And he says, you don't. You actually ignore him for the most part. You don't try to engage against him, and we're going to see why. You actually ignore him for the most part. You don't try to engage against him, and we're going to see why. And he says, you don't. You actually ignore him for the most part. You don't try to engage against him, and we're going to see King's Row in particular. It had to deal with positioning out of Jaehong on Ana and Shadowburn trying to close the gap. And we can just start the replay, but I want to show you the pressure that Shadowburn has on his shoulders of trying to somehow get to Jaehong and deal with him. So let's get this one going, and you're going to see how many shots go his way. Almost every single bullet out of Jaehong connects. And when you're playing Genji, you can go into this reinforce. This is so frustrating. Every time you hop up, every time you come around the corner, this man knows where you are and where you're going to be going.
I mean, just looking here, this is so good awareness. You always know where Shadowburn is about to go. I mean, Shadowburn pretty much given no space at all here. So I think, I mean, this clearly shows that South Korea has Russia figured out, no doubt. So you need to change things up. And you can go two ways here. We saw on Big switch to the McCree on Dorado in the ending. Maybe do that a bit more reliable, you know, from the get-go, you know, get something going there. Or you can try to get Shadowburn, give him a bit more space, maybe on the Winston, because on that position, which we saw Jaehong on the replay, he's standing on a platform, you know, and it's easy for Winston there, for example, to jump up, you know, knock him a bit around, and, you know, that gives space to Shadowburn. He can go to the point, he can spam, and get that ultimate going. So either you lean more on Pix, maybe switch to the McCree and switch off the May, or you lean on a Winston maybe instead of a Reinhardt and give Shadowburn that space he needs to create this chaos that Russia are famous for.
One thing I do want to chime in here with, though, is that it is so easy to read Russia, right? Everyone in this room knows what Russia is going to do, right? It's Shadowburn. He's the superstar. He's the guy, right? And of course, you know, you could talk about Unfix. He's another fantastic player as well who, you know, I personally feel didn't get enough credit on this Russia roster. But the team even plays around this, right? And it's kind of just been like a running joke. I mean, I was talking to Mr. X in the back, and he's like, dude, just 1v6, right? Just Shadowburn versus the world. And it actually feels like that sometimes. So for Shadowburn, there's a lot of pressure on him here. And again, just to go back to that point with Jaehong, like, when you're able to execute with Ana like that, and not even, because everyone always thinks about Ana's healings, the nano boost, you know, they think about the Bionate, they think about those things, right? But the damage, putting that damage down and not allowing Shadowburn to get any movement, I thought that was just absolutely incredible.
And one of the things that I think, you know, if we want to look at our teams from a long view and see, you know, what has consistently been best, it's the team that has the biggest picture in mind, I think.
Because it's given space. I mean,
the battle tag of your favorite change things up for Russia. So let's...
It's like mobile acupuncture,
I guess so.
It's getting popular these days. Oh, goodbye, Reds.
Reds was just knocked off the map by Miro in a primal rage, so that will delay the next push hit, should give about 10% more over to South Korea. He'll still roll it through, and both teams with a lot of ultimates up and available at the moment. Miro already nearly 70% in.
South Korea immediately for South Korea. Arhan pulls out the Dragon Blade, gets taken down though. He is pulled into the Graviton Surge as well. But that's South Korea. Arhan gets up, takes out Red Eska with a couple kills there, and they'll hold the point again. A full team kill, 6-0.
It kills that last fight. And you can see they're used to watching Shadowburn's Genji play. It's been said before, but he likes to dash directly upward when he comes in. And they caught him with the Graviton as he executed that dash, able to focus him down quickly and eliminate that Dragon Blade threat before the fight could really begin.
And now Rubicon gets a little bit low, Red, so forcing Miro out. And this is one of these points on the Zheng Tower where if you take the control point, you can just go to spawn. You can really camp them pretty hard. And South Korea is doing a good job. That's
Your soul. I go to bed crying every night.
Oh, you're lucky.
I ate it.
Oh, Zarya's one shot left side with Bushi Bear. Three underneath on the way. Zarya.
Nice.